Now let me bring in House Republican Deputy Whip Congressman Kevin Brady of Texas. He's one of the 8 House members, also Republican, who were selected by John Boehner to participate in the committee conferences. Thank you, Congressman, for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. Let me ask you, I've been looking at a number of articles and just trying to get a feel of how even the opinion papers or some of the writers are saying. This is one of the headlines from the LA Times. The Senate is gone, the House is packing up, and for now that means working Americans will see their taxes rise in January. That's one of those more softly worded articles that's out there. In the end, a lot of people will blame the Republicans here after January. What's your thought there?
Well, wouldn't it be great if headlines like that were actually accurate? Unfortunately, that isn't. House Republicans have passed a bipartisan bill with over 41 votes margin to extend the tax cuts for a full year, just as the president demanded last week, just as Steny Hoyer demanded last week. But I think Senate Democrats really shortchanged the American public by rushing through just a mere measly 2-month extension and then racing home to their vacation. So I'm convinced that the president really is serious about a full 1-year tax cut. We've got plenty of time to resolve it. The bill is actually now in the Senate, waiting for he and Senator Reid to appoint conferees. We're ready to go to work, and we'll stay through the holidays to get it done.
Well, you focus in on the Senate Democrats. Let me play what Republican Senator John McCain had to say about House Republicans. Let's play it.
It is harming the Republican Party. It is harming the view, if it's possible, anymore of the American people about Congress. And we got to get this thing resolved, and with the realization that the payroll tax cut must remain in effect.
And let me add to it, Congressman, the Wall Street Journal op-ed said, and they quote, that when Senator Mitch McConnell said that his main task was to make sure President Obama would not be reelected, this article says here basically House Republicans are making sure that President Obama gets another 4 years.
I don't think anyone in America believes Republicans are raising taxes, and I think everyone in America for 3 years has heard the president get up every morning trying to figure out how to raise taxes on anyone or anything he can get away with. So I disagree with sort of that go along to get along mentality in the Senate or anywhere else. The fact of the matter is the Senate adjourned, raced back to their vacation, said we'll get around to it when we get around to it. And the House Republicans are determined to solve this problem now, and I really think the American public gets this a lot more than maybe perhaps some of the Main Street D.C. people think they do.
Well, let me ask you, though, you say the American people don't believe that it's the House Republicans, but who will they blame then? Do you believe that that won't cross anyone's mind? These millions of Americans who would see this increase?
Well, I'll tell you what,
who is
House
to blame?
Republicans are here, and we intend to work through the holidays to be here to negotiate a real solution, a full-year tax cut. So we're not ready to blame anyone. We're just asking, is there any Democrat senator anywhere in America willing to come back from their vacation and work with us to solve this problem now? And my question, where are they? Is there even one who will do that?
Well, let me ask you, though, a question that a lot of people are having regarding the Senate Republicans and the House Republicans. Where do you guys stand if you stand together? In fact, one of the points made by our First Read political team is that House Republicans allowed the Senate to break for Christmas holiday without explicit orders. It would need to come back. So you point out that Democrats may be on holiday, but certainly House Republicans did not say, guys, you need to stick back here. We're not going to go along with this deal. We saw the high five with Mitch McConnell. There was a belief there that a deal had been secured and that House Republicans, if you want to call it fall in line, if you would like to call it compromise, which is a more positive word, call it what you will, but that seems to have been the plan.
Well, Senate Republicans sent this bill back to the House, and they had a different view of what that bill should look like. And according to House rules, Congress rules, the Constitution, when the House and Senate have different views, we go to a conference committee. So that's what we're doing, following the constitutional process, and we have plenty of time. The president's serious, if Harry Reid's serious, we have plenty of time to resolve this, and frankly, we'd welcome all Republicans, all Democrats from both parties, both chambers, to help us solve this.
What do you count as plenty of time? We're looking at 10 days here.
Does anyone think 10 days isn't enough? I mean, look, we've known for months.
Is that a trick question? Because if you can't get it done in months, one would think that 10 days would not do the trick.
I would think that a payroll tax cut, extension of unemployment benefits that end in 10 days would be plenty of reason to not do the business as usual, go along to get along thinking, and actually solve this. I think that's one of the reasons Congress's approval rating is so low, is that we're stuck, or too many people are stuck in the old timetable. We've got plenty of time.
All right, we'll see if you are right, sir. I greatly appreciate you coming on with me. Thank you so much, Congressman.